everyone, it's Rob with Rob Finds Treasure, and we're going to try our luck at some dollar coin searches. We have 175 here, another 25 there, which is 200. And there's 14 here, and then we have... I'm a rookie at hunting dollar coins, and so I've got my handy dandy red book here, and I am good for feedback or comments from any of the viewers if I'm doing something wrong. But I think what I'm going to start with is I'm going to go through the rolls, and I'm going to put them in 3 piles. I'm going to put all of my presidentials in one pile, all of my Susan B. Anthony's in another pile, and all of my Sacagawea coins in another pile. And then once I've done that, we'll go through each of the piles to figure out what exactly I want to be looking for. I mean, I know in the Sacagawea dollars, we want the tail feathers to have the detail. I get that. But there's also some other areas and varieties where there's missing some edge lettering or it has the wrong edge lettering. And we'll be looking for that as well. And then more importantly, probably more than anything, I'm probably going to be looking for any coins that I consider AU50 or better. Obviously, they fetch a premium when they're in mint state more than anything else. And that's kind of the deal here. Like there's a wide rim Susan B. Anthony in mint state worth $38, things like that. So I'll be going through them now, sorting through them. And once I have them sorted, we'll loop you back in and on the next step. I did want to point out ahead of time that because I'm looking for mint state coins, I will be wearing gloves for this hunt. Typically, I don't enjoy wearing gloves because it's harder to handle the coins, but whenever you're going through coins and you're looking for better condition ones, you gotta wear gloves so that you protect the value of the coins. I don't know how handled these are. I haven't looked through them yet. I just know that my bank that I pick up halves from indicated they were customer wrapped, and the guy had to pay some bills, and so he brought these in. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if it's a collector and I'm going through junk, but either way, we're gonna do that, and we'll get started. Okay, we've got them separated by design, so to speak. We've got the presidentials sitting here in these 5 stacks. Looks like there's 5 stacks of 25 for $125 in presidentials to go through. We've got 2 stacks of 25 of the Sacagaweas, so we'll have to go through the $50 in those. And a stack and 2/3 of Susan B. Anthony dollars that we'll go through as well. First step is to go through all the presidential ones and look for anything that I would consider AU50 or mint state or better, somewhere in that range. I think I saw a couple of decent coins as I was going through them, but I didn't see anything really that great, but we need to look at it a little more closely. So let me run through these without using the camera just to see if I see anything great, and if I do, I'll show you the finds at the end of this set of dollars. We've gone through the stacks of dollar bills, and I was a few coins short of my account, so I had to use a couple of Sacagaweas that didn't have any mint mark on them, because as you know, we're looking for the 2000p with the extra tail feathers, the extra detail in them. The only coin that was even remotely in really great shape was this George Washington dollar, and I don't think it's a mint state. It's probably more like an AU50. It's pretty good condition, so this is probably the best of them. I'm going to keep it because it's the only one really worth keeping where the edges is still good, and there's not a lot of dings or scratches. As a matter of fact, I don't really see much scratching. Maybe about below his eye, there's a little bit, but it's in pretty good shape. So we'll pull it aside for now. And now the next step is to go through the Sacagaweas and take out all the D's and no mint mark ones, because those are either the later year ones or they're not the mint that we're looking for. So let me get the P's separated out of those so we know how many we're going to check under the microscope. In the Sacagawea coins, we had 23 coins that are either no mint mark because they're the native years, or they have the Denver mint mark, which we're not looking for. And we have 21 that are the Philadelphia mint mark. So now I'm going to run through these, and we'll check the tail feathers for any detail. That way we can see if we have the variety coin. Well, not surprising, since only 5,000 specimens have been minted with the special bolded tail feathers design. I went through all these, and there is none with that kind of love. But wanted to show you on the screen, I have one pulled underneath here. If it was the bolded tail feather design, you would see several I guess, nearly vertical lines on these tail feathers that would indicate that it was boldly detailed. Don't confuse some scratching and dings like on this one with any bolded detailed design. Just wanted to give you an example of what it would look like if it had the right design, but as you can see clearly on this one, there is no such markings. So now we'll move on to the Susan B. Anthony dollars. Obviously, they were only minted for a few years, but wanted to point out, we'll be looking for the wide rim near date variety. If you look at these two examples here, the narrow rim, you can see that the date is far from the rim. And on the wide rim, you can see that the 1979 is really close to the rim because the rim's wider. It doesn't fetch a lot of value, but if you can find a 79 wide rim, $38 and a mint state 63. So I'm sure even at an AU 50 or even an extra fine, you can get more than definitely face value for it. But for main purposes, I'm going to be looking for the 79 wide rim variety. So the first step is to get these coins separated by year, and then in the 79s, look at the rim. Let's go ahead and get that done now. As expected, the majority of the coins were 1979, considering there was 360 million minted and 288 million of the 79 Denver minted and another 110 million of the 79S minted. And for the 80s, there really was only collectively less than 100 million minted, so we only got a few of those. And in 99, they minted about 30 million as well, so we've got one of those. So now what I'm going to do is separate the 79s into Philadelphia and Denver and see if I have any S as well, and we'll go from there. All right, guys, we've got them sorted by D, P, and S. Obviously, the most minted for that year was out of the Denver mint, so we have the most. Got a nice stack of Philadelphia mints to go through for the wide rim variety, and 3 of the San Francisco minted coins that we'll look through for the S as well, since we only have 3 to look at. Now let me go ahead and get these looked at to see if anything has what I consider a wide rim. All right, guys, out of those Philadelphia minted coins, I believe I have 1 wide rim to show you. So I'm going to take you over to the microscope screen and you let me know what you think. On the screen here, we have what clearly appears to be a narrow rim and a far date. You can see the distance between the rim and the 1979. Pretty clear. That's pretty far away. It matches the picture pretty well. Not a great looking coin, but ironically, the best looking coin we had might be a narrow rim. Look at how close the date is to the rim. It's practically touching. And if you look at the picture, that's what it looks like. So one more time, here's what I believe is the wide rim or the near date compared to the other coin, which appears to be pretty far from it. Pretty certain that that is what we would consider the wide rim near date. And the good news is this coin is in the best condition of all of them. So we're going to pull it out. It's probably close to AU 50. Probably not, maybe extra fine. But to any extent, it's definitely a nice one. Let me just double check that mint because that's a small mint. Small mint mark on it. Make sure it's a P. It is. So I think we might have found ourselves a wide rim near date coin. Pretty cool. Hope you enjoyed the hunt with me, guys. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching.